So apparently there is something happening between UPS and Amazon, and this follows the issue of tariffs, and it seems like it's the local people who are gonna face the consequences because UPS is gonna lay off a massive number of employees. So netizens had different reactions, and let's just check it out.
We have breaking news right now. UPS has announced that it will be cutting 20,000 jobs this year because of cost-cutting measures, because of fewer deliveries from Amazon. Layoffs will impact about 4% of its workforce. Now, you want to know why there are fewer deliveries from Amazon? Because people are purchasing less right now because the economy is not as great. And also, there are fewer imports coming into America because of tariffs and higher costs. This move, according to CBS News, is part of UPS's plan to consolidate its facilities and workforce. It'll close about 73 buildings as well by the end of June 2025. But in today's regulatory filing, UPS said, quote, the cuts are in connection with our anticipation of lower volumes from our largest company. And as a result of this consolidation plan, UPS is expected to save more than $3.5 billion in revenue just this year. We'll see what happens next, but know that cost cuts are coming for UPS. Job cuts are coming. Spread the word.
What's up, America? UPS versus Amazon. So UPS, the shipping company, is now announcing it's ending its partnership with Amazon and laying off 20,000 people. Now, these jobs that are going to be cut are obviously jobs that were Amazon delivery jobs within UPS. Now, that seems like a lot, but UPS is saying that the profit margin was so low that they didn't have any reason to really keep doing this. And so now they're going to focus on delivering medicine and other things like that rather than deal with Amazon. Now, if you're unaware, Amazon also partners with the post office, and you see how great that can be. No, Amazon's just fine. I'm talking about how horrifyingly bad the post office has become. But I digress on that. So frankly speaking, I didn't actually know that Amazon partnered with so many other individuals for shipping. And so it seems like a lot of moves are being made at Amazon, mostly negative. 20,000 jobs cut in a partnership with UPS, and of course now their war with Donald Trump on showing tariff prices. I wonder if him and Jeff Bezos have some kind of problem with each other or what?
What's going on? UPS just let go of 12,000 employees.
This is a classic example of a salary reset. We are in a silent depression and the government won't acknowledge what we're doing is because cost of living is way too high and these companies just can't keep up. They are laying everybody off and then rehiring people for like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 less. They're basically resetting their entire structure and, you know, all their entire internal team, because that is what they need to do in order to make sure that the people at the top can still get paid what they've been promised to get paid to run the company. That's what's happening. And people aren't applying for jobs because they're like, wow, like this is so much lower than I would work for. But people that just graduated college and maybe want entry-level jobs, or the ones that are desperate, are going to apply and are going to work there. Everything is pretty messed up, and the government won't acknowledge it, which is super duper.
UPS is cutting off 20,000 jobs because of Amazon making less deliveries. This is bad for Amazon and this is bad for UPS. As UPS is cutting off jobs, this is affecting a lot of people's income, a lot of people's household. And the fact that Amazon ain't making no deliveries and doing less deliveries, that means products that you need as the people is not going to be getting to you. Your TV, your remote, your game consoles, food packages, whatever. These trucks, UPS, Amazon, carries and delivers a lot of the things y'all people need. Whether it's food, whether it's things that help y'all, your home, whatever it is. These are starting to get affected. Not only that, the ports with the food, the water, trucks are stopping. 2 weeks. Time is moving. Time is catching up. And the effects, we're gonna start feeling the effects soon. Everything is starting to happen. Give it a week. We are going to feel the effects of not getting our goods and not getting our products. At least a week, in a couple of days, we will start to feel the effects going into the 2 weeks. That's why I'm saying prepare. If you can't do it today, can't do it tomorrow, you still have time. But time is ticking. We are going to start to feel the effects of these droughts, of what's happening with the ports and the deliveries. Not only that, people are losing their jobs, not because they want to, but because things are affecting it, where you are going to lose it regardless.
So UPS is about to lay off 12,000 employees across the globe so they can align resources. According to the CEO on an earnings call, this move will save the company $1 billion, billion with a B. According to the director of financial and strategy communications, in 2023, the economic conditions led to a $9 billion decline in revenue. So they need to right size the global staffing, sort of like a correction in the stock market. So to do this, they're reducing their workforce by 3%, which is roughly 12,000 employees. But UPS reported $2.5 billion in profit in Q4 of 2023. That was a 7.8% decrease from a year earlier. I don't know how anyone didn't see this coming. This comes 6 months after UPS and the Teamsters reached a new agreement, a tentative agreement for a new 5-year contract. I will not call this an unwritten rule, but I will say the ugly, quiet part out loud. Big corporations are obligated to place the financial interest of shareholders first. Translation: shareholders will not keep a board of directors in place that places the wages of employees before its shareholders. Fortunately, this is business as usual. So don't be fooled by the reduction in force trope.
UPS is cutting 20,000 jobs this year as it slashes Amazon deliveries. More layoffs, great. So apparently they're laying off 20,000 people. They're closing dozens of facilities, and it's reducing its shipments from Amazon. And of course they got to lay off, the delivery drivers and the package handlers, the workers. Not only that, they're going to shutter about 73 leased and owned buildings, and they may find additional facilities for closure as well. But hey, it's going to save them $3.5 billion. Now, UPS has about 490,000 employees, so if you cut that many people, you're talking about 4% of its staff. And don't forget, last year they cut 12,000 management positions. They gave a statement saying, given the current macroeconomic uncertainty, this cannot be good, America. But it looks like they're still hanging in there in the stock market. Good for UPS. But this is wild. Last week, they agreed to acquire Canada-based healthcare logistics company Andler Health Group, Inc. for $1.6 billion. The move is the latest in a string of deals as the company seeks to reach $20 billion in healthcare revenue. UPS is in healthcare? You know it's not good when you live in a consumer-based economy and the parcel service is laying off people. Not trending well.
UPS set to lay off 20,000 workers. You heard me right. 20,000 workers will lose their job coming soon because of these tariffs. Amazon, y'all, wanted to come out and let it be known that, this was the price originally. This is the price after the tariff. But no, the orange fella called on the phone and said, no, that's very distasteful. That's not demure. You couldn't possibly put that on your website. It's a no-go. They wanted to sweep it under the rug. Amazon wanted to put the blame on the people who the blame should be on, but they made them sweep it under the rug and keep it quiet. But ain't never gonna be quiet. If this video don't get but 2-3 views, oh well. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. These people are losing their job because the tariffs have been put into place, and it's making the cost of everything rise, y'all. And I'm not going to get on here and just talk about nothing without no facts behind it. This short set that I have on right now, it came from Lovely Wholesale. If you notice, this is something that's from China that is shipped into the United States. Last year, around this time, you can get this 2-piece short set for $17. I didn't purchase it because I did a collab invite and they sent me plenty of them for free, y'all. But this short set was $17. If you go click on my showcase right now, because it is still listed, this 2-piece set is still listed in my showcase. Right now, click profile, click showcase. This short set is now $37. If you don't know math, let me help you out. 37 currently minus 17 what it was charging a year ago. That's a $20 increase in a year's time. Ridiculous. And that's because of the tariffs having put into place. Yes, ma'am. So Ain't not getting on here just talking. You know, a lot of y'all like to call me loud and wrong. I got some stuff to support it. You understand me? This short set used to be $17. It is now $37. That's a $20 increase. I can't make this stuff up. Prayers for all those families of them 20,000 UPS employees that are going to lose their job. I understand that, you know, that's rough for anybody. I mean, and if you know UPS, a lot of them make really good money. To lose their income out of their household, that's going to bring turmoil to a whole lot of people. So prayers to all the workers at UPS, prayers for the whole United States, y'all, because it starts with UPS, but who said it's going to end with them? Okay?
Bad news to the U.S. economy thanks to Donald Trump. UPS today has announced they will be laying off 20,000 employees and closing over 70 facilities between now and June because of Donald Trump's tariffs. UPS gets a large portion of their business, their delivery business, from Amazon. Amazon, because of the tariffs, are seeing a great reduction, and if you look at the prices, you'll see why, in the shipments that are being requested for Amazon. So they know they're going to need less. So therefore, UPS is laying off 20,000 now. It may be more later when all these other businesses slow down. More and more and more, thanks to Donald Trump's tariffs. All of these tariffs are unnecessary. They do nothing to help the economy. They do nothing to help Americans. They're going to cost us jobs. They're going to be detrimental to people. And it's all thanks to Donald Trump and his infinite wisdom, which is clearly it's infinite. It's so infinite we can't even see it. Also work for a company that's impacted in some way by Donald Trump's tariffs where they're laying off people. Let me know. You can DM me. I won't use your name, but I'm trying to put this out to let people know the reality of how Trump is making America great again. MAGA. This is really making America great again by causing companies to have to lay off people because of a tariff that was not useful in any way whatsoever, period. Clearly not thought out. Clearly, none of this is helpful to America or U.S. citizens in any way, shape, or form. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. And I'm sorry if you've been negatively impacted by this. Everybody that does anything in the U.S. basic is going to be impacted by Trump and this, and everybody's going to feel it. Thank you, Donald Trump. You truly care about the American people. There's only one thing you care about, and this is not it.
Here's what. UPS is set to cut 20,000 jobs this year, which means 20,000 people jobless. So here's what I read. UPS just announced it's laying off 20,000 employees in 2025. Fewer packages are being shipped, especially from Amazon, their biggest customer. Amazon has been shifting to its own delivery network, meaning less business for some time now. UPS says this is a part of major cost-cutting strategy as demand slows and competition heats up right now. UPS has around 490,000 workers across 200 countries, so this cut affects about 4% of the global workforce. It's a big move that shows how much the shipping game is changing, and with tariff and all, if Amazon keeps pulling back, more cuts could come to UPS. And if these tariffs keep fluctuating, it's going to be big trouble. Comment and let me know your thoughts on this, guys. And follow for more. Like and share.
UPS is cutting 20,000 jobs because these tariffs are choking Amazon shipments. 20,000 more families, 20,000 more lives thrown into uncertainty. And for what? These nonsensical tariffs are destroying livelihoods, hurting the economy. This regime doesn't give a about the people, not about their jobs, not about their survival, not about their damn dignity. They strip away essential services, they crush working families, and they commit human rights atrocities on top of it all without shame. This is not making America great again. This is betrayal. This is cruelty. This is a goddamn disgrace. We need our representatives to be loud right now. We need them to stand up for the people. And even if they don't, we will. We, the people, will not be silent. Not now, not ever.
It was a massive recession indicator that UPS announced today that they are laying off 20,000 UPS workers, citing solely due to the decrease in Amazon packages. So it's like, one, the boycott's working, yay. But two, the looming tariff, well, no, it's not looming, it's fucking here. But these psychotic, insane, batshit tariffs are like drawing everything to a pause, especially today where Amazon like juked them out and was like, oh, we're gonna show the price of tariffs at checkout, and then the White House was like, ah, and they're like, just kidding, but like, were you? But these price of like now, so boom, 20,000 jobs gone, 20,000 more people unemployed, which has got to be so good for the economy, right? That's gonna make things better.
Man, to think of it, 20,000 people, that's a chunk load of people, man. And you want to say the economy is gonna get great and people are being laid off? That is not a great implication, bro. It's not it. I just don't know how this economy thing is gonna work, because different companies are laying off workers and also farmers are losing workers. The soybeans thing, it's just chaos everywhere. I just don't know. I'm really sorry for people who are gonna be affected by this UPS layoff, man, because that's a lot. Anyways, guys, you let me know in the comment section down there below what you do think about this whole laying off and people saying that the economy is gonna thrive and people are losing jobs. You tell me in the comment section down there below.